Hey y'all, welcome back. This is your adventurer artist AJ Moore, and today I'm looking for grasshoppers and locusts, and there's gotta be millions of them out here because it's nature, y'all, and it's going down. My camouflage net, and I'm gonna be looking for them because there's so many different types, and I'm gonna find them. They won't even see me coming either. Welcome back, adventurers. It is your narrator, following our adventurer who's rather confident in his grasshopper catching abilities. He says they won't see him coming, but he failed to see the one he just passed. There's one. Nice form. You missed. You missed again. Looks like someone needs a bigger net. You missed again. Focus! Well done. Wow! You can't miss anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 different types. Now that I've caught them all, it's time for a little show and tell. So I want to wish them a warm welcome to the Grasshopper Aquarium! Woo! This one right here is called a two-striped grasshopper.
Two-striped grasshopper.
They lay their eggs right before winter, and they'll be in the ground until spring, and then they'll hatch. This one right here is a differential grasshopper.
Differential grasshopper.
But this is just another type that's out here. If you grow anything, farmers hate these things because they will eat up everything. It's just a buffet. And they eat everything pretty much out here. And the reason why they're such a pest is because they eat all different types of the plant at every stage of their life. And they got these little hooks. See how he can hook onto my finger there? That's what they use to hold on to plants when they hop around. Because these guys like to hang out just on plants. That's where you can see them jump. And they stick to a plant because they got those little hooks. And our next specimen we have here, this one looks like a gray bird grasshopper.
Gray bird grasshopper.
Look at the camouflage on this guy. He blends in perfectly. I mean, look at that color. Little short antennas and smaller eyes. The other two had huge eyes. This one got some tiny little eyes. And he has colored wings. I could see colored wings under there. I guess to try to attract females. Did you hear that noise? You hear all those noises? That's the sound these guys make, like zzz, zzz. They make that noise when they fly. That's their wings fluttering. This one, I believe, is a gray bird grasshopper. I could be mistaken, but it's really hard. There's so many of them, and some, they look so similar sometimes. So this next one right here that I just pulled out, this one's really, really thin. Look how long and skinny those legs are, unlike the other two that had those really large legs. The great camouflage on this one. Not sure what type this one is. When you walk in the grass, this one just flies. It hardly even hops. Maybe a little hop to get going, and it'll just keep flying. All right, so look at these two. These look to be the same type of grasshopper, but different colors. Look at that. One is green, one is kind of beige. Now, grasshoppers, they're not territorial at all, and they're one and the same with locusts. But some species will migrate. They'll be migratory because they're looking for more food to eat. And don't get them twisted. They have a role in the ecosystem just like everything else. They help break down and digest different plants and move seeds around. You know, just keep things going. So they're not all bad guys. Now, if you're a farmer, you probably don't want to see these guys. But everywhere else, they're good, and they're food for other critters too. Now, I'll take this top off of here and give the people what they want. There we go. Look at everybody. Oh, there they go. Look, they can't wait to get out of there. Gone now. You know, grasshoppers, they can jump about 30 inches. That would be equivalent to you jumping a whole football field. And they have these elastic tendons and muscles in their legs that kind of just charge up, almost like a Mario charge up jump. And they could, pew, it just catapults them off. Look, watch this. Watch, watch, watch. Now he's not going anywhere. Jump. Well, they really can jump. Oh. And there you go, like that. He just catapulted out there. That's amazing jumping ability. So I often get asked, do grasshoppers spit? Actually, they do spit. And it's a defensive regurgitation. So when they're aggravated or scared or they just want you to leave them alone, they'll spit out this stuff. And what it is a mixture of what they eat from plants that they digest and enzymes. So it's really gross, and it has a good consistency, so it's always the same color. It's a brownish color, and it's called tobacco juice. So if I put this grass near his face, he just may show you some. Look at that. That's gross, ain't it? All right, we're gonna put him back. We're gonna take Mr. Spittoon here. We're gonna let him fly off. There he goes. There's all his spit.
As insects grow, they periodically molt or shed their outer skin until they reach their adult age.
So I'm hot on the trail of a different type of species here, which is very similar to the grasshopper and the cricket. It's called a katydid.
Katydid.
Come on, little katydid. There we go. He hopped right in. He didn't know. He didn't know. There we go. Look at that. Look at this. This is a katydid. Look at that. Now, the reason why they get their names katydid is because they make this chirping sound that sounds like they're saying, katydid, 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 did. It looks like a leaf. They blend in really well, and see that little thing on his butt? It looks like a little spear or a banana.
It's called an ovipositor, and only the female katydids have it. It's like a long spike on their abdomen that they stick in the ground to deposit their eggs.
Now, katydids are very similar to grasshoppers. They're actually called the longhorned grasshopper, and they're also known as the bush cricket. They can be found on every continent except Antarctica. There's over 6,000 species of katydid. Katydids eat pretty much the same thing grasshoppers and crickets eat, you know, flowers, different types of leaves and stuff like that. But if you see them in the garden, they'll also eat smaller insects. So if you see them in the garden, there's only like one or two of them, it's cool to leave them there. But if you see a whole bunch of them, you might want to get rid of it, because they'll start eating up your fresh little shoots and stuff. Have you guys ever seen a katydid where you live? You probably thought it was a cricket, right? Or a grasshopper. But that's a katydid. And they don't really bite, even though the big ones, they'll pinch you now. Sometimes they'll pinch you if you handle them. But this size, they won't do anything. Now let's take a look at this other one over here. Remember how I said there were 6,000 different species? Look at this one versus this one. Both katydids, but just a different species. Now this one, I gotta hold him because he'll just hop away. The bigger katydid is doing good, he's just sitting there pooping. But this one right here, see how immediately he started attacking that net? This one's probably more predatory than the bigger one. Look at him, he's attacking it. Look, 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 look. Look at him. He's like, let me go now. Look at him viciously attacking that net. And that's what I mean by sometimes they will bite. And this one's very, This one's probably a predatory species, but let's look at the back side of them. See that long tail? Look at that long tail. All right, let's release these katydids. Now watch this one. The more aggressive one is probably gonna hop first. Yep, he's gone immediately. And this one, I'm gonna have to just let him, oh, there he goes. There he goes. Here's a younger katydid. Another interesting thing about katydids is that the males and the females sing, unlike the grasshoppers and the cricket. And they rely on that camouflage. That's why it's not jumping away, because it doesn't think I can see it. Just found a katydid. Yeah, that's what I did, a katydid. Not a cricket, not a grasshopper or a psychocid. No, it's just a katydid.
Here's a fun fact for everyone. Grasshoppers make sound by rubbing their hind legs against their forewings, similar to a bow playing a cello. Crickets rub their wings together to make chirps, and katydids rub their forewings together to make the sound katydid.
You know, there's even grasshoppers down here, closer to the river. A lot of two stripes, a lot of differentials, a lot of those green ones, almost like, I don't know, green ones. Oh, and look what I see down here. I don't want to scare them. Be real cool. Now, there's two grasshoppers getting it on. And you know what? They always getting it on. They love to get it on. They be doing it everywhere, doing it and doing it. Now, pop quiz time. Can you tell me what type of grasshoppers they are getting it on? I'll wait. You got choices A, B, and C. If you chose two stripes, B, you got it right. You've been paying attention. Good for you, because those are two stripes. And see how the male's attached to the female? Now here's the thing. The male will be attached to the female during mating for 2 days. 2 days! That's just nuts. But I hope it's good for 2 days. 2 days. You know why? Because not only is he transferring sperm to fertilize the eggs that she's carrying, he's transferring nutrition too. She's walking while he's still attached. Because it's 2 days. It's going to go on, so she got to move. She can't sit in one spot. So she's moving it, and she's eating. He over here putting in work, and she over here eating. Ooh, fellas, if that ever happens to you, you might as well just throw in the towel. But that's what's going on right here. So she's getting some extra nutrition, because I guess he ain't putting out enough. Just like that. And see, all that grasshopper love, this is why it was all happening. All these little babies in here. There's a whole bunch of little baby grasshoppers that come at the end of spring. And this is the next generation, so that's why all that grasshopper love was going down. It was all worth it, right? It's nature, y'all.
Indeed it was, adventurer. Indeed it was.
Well, guys, that's it for today. We caught a whole bunch of grasshoppers. We identified them. We even saw them getting down. We'll cut that part out. No, I'm just kidding. But that was the adventure. It's all great. Why? Maybe I should have hopped over. But it's nature, y'all. And I hope you guys join me on the next one. We're going to be catching something else. So take care. Be cool. So thanks for watching the video, y'all. You know what? It would make this guy and myself really happy if you left a like, drop a comment, let us both know what you thought. He would love to hear it too. And subscribe so you can see more. So this one's gonna hop along. Thanks, y'all.